Residents of a dystopian future civilization are referred to as members and are governed by the collective, a legislative body that keeps an eye on and regulates public behavior. In this civilization, sexual behavior and emotion are forbidden, mental instability is the norm, all emotions are eliminated, and conception occurs through artificial insemination using a conception summons. Silas is an Atmos illustrator and a citizen. One night, on his way back home, he witnesses two individuals being held by authorities and is made aware of the alleged prevalence of switched-on syndrome, SOS, a multi-phase disease that brings back human feelings. Those who do not commit suicide advance to stage 4 and are interned at the collective's infamous defective emotional neuropathy facility, the DEN, which no one ever exits. When a suicidal employee jumps to his death the following day at work, the heartless coworkers examine the incident with dispassion. The only other person in the group to see Nia, a coworker, exhibiting an emotional response is Silas. He notices Nia's expression displaying emotion once more during a team meeting. The day after, Silas becomes sidetracked during an Atmos conference, nods off more frequently, and encounters a nightmare for the first time. After seeing a doctor, he becomes friends with a Stage 2 SOS official named Jonas. After receiving a Stage 1 diagnosis, Silas is prescribed medication. Still, he gets worse as his emotional drawings get more vivid and his interest in Nia deepens. He approaches Nia because he thinks she may also have SOS, but she maintains that she is clean. They make their first physical contact when he follows Nia into the restroom one day. She discloses that she has been hiding her SOS for more than a year in order to prevent being found out and shunned. They share and explore their emotions as they continue to meet and kiss each other on later nights. They overhear Leonard, the business manager, talking to Silas one evening in the restroom. After noticing that Nia's workstation is on, Leonard admits that he has been keeping an eye on Silas. Silas chooses to work in a horticultural department on his own, apart from Nia. The following day, Leonard presents Nia to Dominic, Silas's replacement. During the lunch break, she has a mild panic attack while talking to Dominic. While picking up their medicines at night, Jonas takes Silas for a walk and then reveals that he is a member of a covert support group, offering assistance. After making the decision to go, he meets Bess, Peter, Thomas, Gil, Max, and Alice, among other members, and discovers that half of the den's patients commit suicide, primarily as a result of encouragement. After that, Nia visits his residence, where they have sex and decide to stay longer. The Ashby-ENI treatment for SOS is then successfully developed and made public. Fearful, the two choose to travel to the peninsula, a remote, undeveloped area of land, to the group's shocked approval, although they are informed that if they are successful, they will never be able to return. Silas receives orders from Jonas to request that Oliver, a pilot, take him to the peninsula. On Saturday, Silas and Nia decide to travel to Wellington, which is the closest place near the border. But Nia receives a summons for conception, travels to the clinic, finds out she is pregnant, and is subsequently transported to the DEN. When Silas visits Jonas about the incident in a near panic, Jonas advises him to remain composed and return home. Saddened, Silas returns home, depressed. After learning from Jonas that Nia was in stage 4, Bess brings her to a room where Jonas and Gilead inform Nia about Eva, a deceased stage 3 SOS patient. Subsequently, they assist her in disguising her demise by exchanging identity implants with Eva, thereby rendering Eva as living and Nia as deceased. After leaving the DEN with success, she can't find Silas at his flat. Silas, in the meantime, learns that Max deceived Bess, Jonas, and Gilead and that they received the cure. After learning that Nia has passed away, he visits the DEN and considers killing himself on a rooftop, but he receives the cure instead. When he gets back to his flat, he discovers Nia is still alive and that his SOS therapy was ineffective. It will be only 5 hours or so until Silas's treatment fully kicks in and eliminates his feelings. Nia reminds him to battle it by thinking back to their touch. She swears to Silas that she won't give up on him. The following morning, a heartless Silas recalls her. He had loved her in their escape strategy, but he doesn't truly feel that love beyond reminiscence. Still, they moved forward with their plan the next morning. They board the Wellington train and head for the unknowns of the peninsula, Nia distraught and seated far apart. From a distance, Silas watches Nia, recalling their past interactions and appearing moved by her emotional portrayal, reminiscent of the opening scene of the movie. After a while on the trip, Silas sits down next Nia. He reaches out to grasp her hand, and she clasps his securely.